So if you're new to Magic and you want to learn how to do some simple tricks, but it involves a little bit of shuffling the cards, well, you're in luck. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a really powerful trick I call the Great Case Escape. And it involves a very important shuffle for beginners to learn called the Overhand Shuffle. So be sure to stick through this video. I'm going to give you some really good pointers on that and some references for another video you can go to get all the details of this very important beginner shuffle technique. That's coming right up right after this. Well, welcome back to Presto Paul TV. If you are new here today, I'm your host, Presto Paul, and on this channel, I teach you the best tricks, tips, and techniques on how to do magic for beginners. We have a blast around here. As a matter of fact, we have a motto right over there in lights. Say it with me, my friends. You gotta have fun. You'll live longer. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into the magic. I call this trick the Great Case Escape. I'll show you what I mean. First thing I want to do is get out the cards and give them a fair shuffle. Now, you know I say shuffle because I can't say shuffle, right? Yeah, I can't say shuffle. I can only say shuffle. Anyway, I'm going to have a random spectator select the card. Since I don't have a random spectator here, I'm just going to keep shuffling until I feel like stopping. No particular reason where. How about right there? I'm going to show you the card. I won't look at it. I don't have any extra monitors to see this. I want you to see this at home so you know exactly what's going on, so it's fair and square. I'm going to shuffle the cards just a little bit more, and I'm going to place them inside the case for the Great Case Escape. Inside the case they go, just like that. If I could do that with it, it would be wonderful. Sealing them completely inside the case from all sides. I'm going to place them in my shirt pocket just like that. My hands are completely empty. And now it's time for the Great Case Escape. I'm going to reach inside the cards. I'm going to pull out one card that quickly from the middle of the pack somewhere. The case is still sealed on all sides. Your card was the Queen of Clubs. I think that's your card right there, the Queen of Clubs. Now I'm going to teach you how to do the Great Case Escape. And now it's time to reveal the secret of the Great Case Escape. First thing you want to do is learn a shuffle. This is a really basic shuffle. This is a beginner shuffle. Everybody should learn this shuffle. It's called the Overhand Shuffle. Exactly what I'm doing right here. I'm going to break it down quickly here on today's video, but I made a separate video just so you can see the exact way I do the Overhand Shuffle and with some other subtleties for controlling cards and all that, but I'm going to share that with you real briefly in here. But for detailed description on the shuffle, click on the link down below in the description or on this card right over here when we're done watching this video. So the Overhand Shuffle is pretty easy. You put it in your hand like this. You're going to tilt the cards up. They're going to be laying in your hand at a slight angle just like that. Your two fingers right here, your ring finger, middle finger will be in the front. Thumb will be in the back. You're going to pull off little tiny packets of cards into your hand by placing your thumb on the edge right here by your index finger, which is just resting on the right edge of the cards. And you're going to lift the right hand and the cards are just going to fall naturally into your hand. It's a very natural, comfortable, easy shuffle to do, especially for a beginner like you. So you're going to go ahead and just keep pulling the cards off like this. But in this particular trick, we need to control one card to the top of the deck. We're just going to use the Ace of Spades as an example. So when you have a spectator select a card, you're going to be in the process of doing this Overhand Shuffle just like this. And you're going to pause at some point and say, go ahead and replace your card on top of these. They will do it. They will do it face down. I'm going to do it face up though so you can see this. And just go just there. And you can see the card right there. So you're going to take one card now, a single card, which I detail in the other video, and you're going to pull it off singly. The best way to do that is just put your thumb on the angel in the middle of the card versus on the edge, and that will allow you, as your right hand pulls away, to pull off just one card. And it will be out-jogged or in-jogged, if you will, down at the bottom of the deck. The other cards are going to be shuffled off on top of those. You do not have to be neat with this, and it's actually better if you're not neat because it's just going to make kind of a little sloppy looking mess on top of the cards. But what you have is a situation like this, which I'm going to straighten them out to try to demonstrate this for you so you can see. You have an in-jogged card, which is right there, just above the selected card, which is the Ace of Spades. With this in-jogged card, which is hanging below the deck, like that, and the other cards are going to be on top of it just like this. You're going to be like that. You have one card that's in-jogged, and you're going to be holding the cards in that grip for the overhand shuffle. And I'm going to show you a rear point of view of this in just a second. So from this point of view, you'll be able to see exactly what that in-jog looks a little bit clearer. So you're going to start with the cards, just shuffle them with the overhand shuffle just like this. You'll stop at a certain point, extend your hand for them to return the card. They'll do it face down, but I'm going to do it face up so you can see what's going on. So you have your cards back again in the position for continuing with the overhand shuffle. Your only difference in this one is from the single card being shuffled off, you're going to move your hand towards you a little bit, pushing it down so it stays in-jogged below the other cards. You throw more cards on top of that, and you can just kind of sloppily put it on there. And from their perspective, it doesn't look like much but a mess. But from your perspective, you have a card sticking out right here, and you can see it right there. So what we're going to do, I'm going to straighten this up to make it a little neater for you to see. You're in this position now. All you're going to do is push up with your thumb on that card while you're pushing in, and it's going to create a gap right there. You're going to hold that with your thumb in the back. So you have their selection right here, and that is right there like that. Now you're going to do basically the overhand shuffle while maintaining this gap. This is an exaggerated gap. You won't have it that big during performance, but you just reach up and you take a small chunk of that off of there. You take another small chunk, and then you could toss that entire last little piece on there, and then you're going to do the final throw on like I taught in the other video with the stack of cards or controlling the cards to the top. That's all there is for that portion of the trick. Pushing up on that card, making a curve right there. As this is an extremely exposed view, and I'm going to be pushing that in, and that's going to create a little gap, a little tent right here in the cards. So you have that card that you had in-jogged and pushed back flush. The selected card is right there, and you're going to hold that break that's in the cards, and you're going to shuffle off from the top little packets once again. And you're going to pull those back. When you get to the point where there's just a few cards left right there, you're just going to throw that on, and you'll see now your selected card from your spectator is on top. You're just going to throw this entire packet on top like that. So you've controlled that ace of clubs to the top of the deck. I'll show it to you one more time, and I'll try to make sure you can see this the best you can. So we'll say they just place their card there. You're holding the cards like this. You're going to peel off one card. The other cards will go forward. So we have that big in-jogged card there. This is very exposed. And you're going to push up and push forward with your thumb, creating a gap inside the cards. You're going to shuffle off. You're going to kind of angle it up so you can see where the ace of spades is. You're going to shuffle off little packets like this. And then you're going to toss the last packet with the ace of spades on top. Now make sure you go watch that other video for details. This is a very, very brief discussion, because now I want to get to the great case escape. That's the most important part. You get your case of cards, and you want to put the little flaps on the sides down inside the case. That makes this out of the way so you don't have to do any finagling with those things. You're going to place the cards inside the deck. Now your card, the ace of spades, is on top inside the case like this. What we need to do is get this flap between the ace and the rest of the cards. And the way you do that is by squeezing the edges of the deck through the card case, just like that, and you'll see it bowing right there. If you have trouble, you can always pull back with your index finger a little bit. That's perfectly fine. And then you're going to place this lip in between the ace and the rest of the cards within the case. So once you've controlled their card to the top of the deck like you just did there, you're going to take the cards and place them inside the case. I like to have the flaps turned in. That gets them out of the way. Place them inside there. Now what you have to do is get this lip between the top card and the rest of the cards. So if you squeeze the edge of the deck through the card case, you'll see that they separate right there just a little bit. To be absolutely sure, you can pinch right there and pull back with your index finger. They won't see this because it'll be behind the flap from the front. And then you place the flap right behind their selected card So now if you look close, you'll see there's an edge of a card right there. Just happens to be their selected card, the ace of spades in this case. And it is sliding freely right there between the rest of the cards and the case. So you reach in with your thumb as you're pressing down on the top of the case, and you just grab a hold of it right there, and all you're going to do is pull it out. So when it's inside your shirt, all you're going to do when you reach in is you put your index finger on the edge there to support that. Your thumb will contact the edge of the card, and it'll just pull it right out of there. And when you pull this out of your pocket, you just make sure that that's still closed, and you're going to hand that out to be examined. And they'll see that it's still closed, and then you do the final reveal of your selected card. So remember, the case is inside your pocket. This is the exposed view, so we'll do it from the outside of my pocket. And it's going to be facing you, this part here, like this. So you're gonna reach in, you're gonna pull up on that little lip of the card, and it's gonna slide right out there. It happens really fast. People will be amazed on how quickly you can get through the entire case and find their card, the ace of spades. Practice this one. It's going to take a little bit of practice. Be sure to go watch the other video. If you're liking my videos and the content you're seeing, give me a thumbs up. Do you know why? Because that makes you Thumb Buddy Special. Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by today to see another video here at Presto Paul TV. I hope you're having fun. If you are, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up down there. Let me know you're liking my videos. And if you have not yet, if you want to subscribe, click that red button down there and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be bringing you so many more tips and techniques and special sleight of hand that you could do for beginners here in the future. And I don't want you to miss out on any of it. Hey, until next time, remember, you gotta have fun. You'll live longer. Take care. I'll see you next week. Well, welcome back to Presto Paul TV. If you are